What's up, everybody? My name is Jason, and welcome to the $10,000 EIDL grant stimulus update bill passes. It's Sunday, February the 28th, 2021. Please do me each favor. Give this video a thumbs up, hashtag EIDL with your comments below, and if you'd like to create a profile on a brand new website that I'm about to launch in the middle of March where we're going to help grow your business, I ask that you subscribe right now and make sure you hit the bell. All right, ladies and gentlemen, I just got back from a walk. I'm somewhat hot and sweaty because it's sunny and 77 degrees here just north of Atlanta. It's an absolutely gorgeous day. I hope you and your family are enjoying the weekend. I have some good news and I have some bad news. What's new, right? Whenever the federal government and the SBA are involved with something we call EIDL, there's always going to be good news and there's going to be bad news. But let me start with this. As of today, this channel has given away $21,000 over the last 2.5 months. Pinned in the top comment are the 15 winners from last Thursday night's YouTube Live, where we gave away another $6,000. And as I said in my last video, there is a $17,500 limit on Cash App that I can pay out every month. Well, I've paid out more than $17,500 this past 28 days. So they told me this morning, when we roll into March, which is tomorrow, some of the limit will be lifted because I've paid, I think, 5 of you out of 15 already. We've confirmed all but 3. So if you're among the 3 people, excuse me, that have not been confirmed, meaning you didn't reach out to me, you need to send me an email, jason@remotesales.com, jason@remotesales.com. And again, please don't try to impersonate. We had more of that again this time. Do not try to impersonate a winner. But I want everybody to know, the 1,000 of you that showed up, thousands more that couldn't make it but watched the video the following day, and the 29 people who donated over $600 in the super chat. Your gift of your time and money is priceless. If you guys could read some of the emails, which include photos and videos of what these people are spending the money on. We're talking about children in some cases that are what are called food insecure. The mother and or the father does not have enough money to put good, high quality food on the table each and every week. So some folks are sending me pictures from the supermarket or a kid. I get emotional holding a gallon of milk. And our gift made a difference. It really just hits you right here. So if you've spent time on this channel or you've suffered through AdSense commercials, understand there's a reason for it. I don't give away $21,000 because I'm loaded. I'm giving away almost all of my AdSense revenue and then some. And it's because of moments like I just shared with you. That we had another mother who was needing a blood test. And she had no insurance, but they thought she may have cancer because she had these pains in her back. Well, $375 for a blood test was just confirmed as of an hour ago that it came back negative. Thank God for that. So we're helping literally to feed children and take care of elderly parents because some people have been so devastated by this pandemic that they can't even rub 2 nickels together, and we've all been there. So if you watch commercials and you get annoyed, always remember, whether I get 100,000 views or 10,000 views a video, I'm giving away massive amounts of that money. More than that money. I didn't make $21,000 in the last month and a half on this channel. I gave away more than I've made. And I will continue to do my best, although our views are way down because people are tired of idle, and everybody knows there's no portal, right? There's no portal. I'm waiting for an email. So what do I need to watch Jason or anybody else for? Heck, half the other channels have disappeared. The amount of channels we had in the summer and fall were way more than there are now. People have moved on. They've given up. I'm here to tell you, with respect to this that I'm going to go through right now, the Targeted EIDL Advance, section 6002, it's pinned in the top comment on this $1.9 trillion behemoth. The bad news, unfortunately, in my opinion, and I agree with Vitaly, who I spoke to the other day, and Ryder over at Skip, and I know that other channels, Speak and See, who I have respect for, and Rod Squad and some of the others, may have a different opinion. Maybe it's optimism. Maybe I'm reading it wrong. But I'm going to go through it right now. I'm going to explain why I think this supplemental $5,000, which by the way is an addition to the $10,000. So if you're in progress and you're going to get 10 grand because you can show that 30% economic loss, you stand to get another 5,000 if you're in a low income community. With that said, to my brothers and sisters in middle and high income communities, it's not over. Jackie Rosen, a Democrat in the Senate, can fix this. Normally there's a bipartisan back and forth, but 2 Democrats voted against this in the House and not 1 Republican voted for it. So there is no bipartisanship in Washington, D.C. Not an ounce. But the Democrats control the Senate. So Jackie Rosen in Democrat Nevada, aka Las Vegas, can fix this. Jackie, you need to get rid of this covered entity bullshit so that it includes everybody in low, middle, and high. And if we have to show a 30 or a 50% economic loss, fine, but do not leave us out in the cold. With that said, targeted idle advance. I'll go through it quickly. Section 1, the term administrator means administrator of the Small Business Administration. That's Miss Isabel Guzman, who was supposed to be sworn in on the 24th. Somebody tell me in the comments, was she sworn in? Because I haven't seen it on the news in the last few days. Here's the part that bothers me. Section 2, the terms covered entity, remember that? And economic loss have the meanings given to them in Section 331A. 331A, not 332, 331A of the Economic Aid to Hard Small Businesses, Nonprofits, and Venues Act. In other words, the law that passed on December 27th, the way they define the term covered entity in Section 331A was a low-income community. So I hate to tell you, being the bearer of bad news, covered entity, which was referred to repeatedly in here, has to do, in my opinion, with Section 331A, aka a low-income community. But if there is a sliver of hope, here it is. Section 3, again, it's Section 6002. This is Section 3, 2/3 of the way down, pinned in the top comment of this 600 pages. The term severely impacted small business means a covered entity, which I think is low income, that A, has suffered an economic loss of greater than 50% and employs not more than 10 employees. So, if you're in progress right now, you got a letter for the targeted idle advance from the SBA. You go to your loan portal. Go to SBA EIDL loan portal if you forgot it. It should say in progress, but you're not done. As Ryder over at Skip and others have pointed out in the last 24 hours, you got to sign step 2, which is Form 4506T as in Tom. That gives the SBA access to your tax records by way of the IRS. And at the bottom, once you do that, you got to hit the submit button. So then it'll go from in progress, meaning you got the email, to submitted. And I would imagine the final step is going to be approved or declined, just like the last time. And if they decline you, they're supposed to give you a reason as to why. Now, as many of you said, we're beyond 21 days. What are we now? 26 days from those that first applied on the 1st? So yes, the SBA is slow to pay. What a surprise, right? I'm also here to tell you that they're slow on sending out the emails. They were supposed to be done today with everyone who got $1,000 per employee. Well, they still have a few more weeks of that. Then they got to go through all the people that applied from July 15th when they ran out to December 27th. So this is going well into April, which means you're probably not going to have everyone paid out until late April, early May. I hope I'm wrong, but look at the rate they're going. It's, progress, but it's slow. All right, back to the bill. Severely impacted small business, you have a loss of greater than 50% and fewer than 10 employees. So if you're in progress, you had that 30% economic loss, you've got less than 10 employees, and you can show a consecutive 8-week period where it was actually 50%, I don't think you're going to have to do another application. I think this passes in the Senate. They're going to send you an email. Good news. You suffered a 60% economic loss. Therefore, you're entitled to another $5,000. So yes, many of you in low income and some of you in middle income communities that have already gotten the targeted idle advance email, you're going to get a grand total of $15,000, which I think is fantastic. I'm over the moon. And the way it's going, it could be 40%, if not more of you, based on a recent poll we did, because hundreds more got it over the weekend. So I'm thrilled that upwards of close to half of you could get 15 grand. It makes this fight for the last 12 months somewhat worth it. But for everybody else in middle to high like myself, it's just not fair. And we got 2 weeks to continue to raise hell and hope like hell that Jackie Rosen, who's a Democrat in the Senate, can fix this, whether she adds money into the targeted EIDL grant of Section 332 or she gets them to remove this covered entity low-income community bullshit. Here's the part that's confusing. Section 4, the substantially impacted small business means a covered entity that employs not more than 10 employees and is not a severely impacted small business. So think about that. And I wish I had an answer, but I don't. One of the terms that would qualify for 5 grand is severely impacted. You've been severely impacted with a 50% or greater economic loss and you got less than 10 employees. But then it also says you're eligible if you're substantially impacted. It gets rid of the 50% economic loss requirement, but you have not more than 10 employees. Now here's a possible silver lining and a shout out to somebody like a Speak and See. Does Section 3 and 4 mean that if you're low income and you got a 50% economic loss, you're getting 5 grand? And does the following section below that, does substantial mean it removes the economic loss and it gives it to middle and high income? I don't think so, but it's possible because again, they use the term covered entity. But I'm just sitting here thinking, if it's just for low income people, and yeah, I wish I had a definite answer, but I don't. Why in the world are they using severe and then substantial? Why not just get rid of severe? If substantial qualifies for 5 grand, why the fuck do we need severe? It then goes on to clarify in Section C that with respect to the covered entity, which again I think is a low-income community, it is in addition to any payment made to that covered entity under Section 110. In other words, if you were a low-income community under the CARES Act last year, you're getting an additional 5 grand. Again, substantial or severe, I don't have clarity. Or in Section 331, which is the low-income community targeted EIDL advance. So look, if you're in middle to high income, I understand the frustration, but it ain't over yet. The Senate can fix this. They're gonna fight like hell. There's no bipartisanship at all. So to me, it would make it easier for Jackie Rosen to fix it. The Democrats control the Senate. The hell with the Republicans. We're taking out the low-income community requirement. No reason why. And is Nancy Pelosi going to vote against that? No. She's already made her point that they're pandering to low-income community voters. You know, the smelly Walmart voter. If they want to take it out now and give it to middle and high income, actually, we don't want the high-income Republicans to get it. So, I don't know. Something tells me if you're a high-income community, you might be screwed. I'm in high income, way over the median for Georgia. In the town I live in, it's close to 100 grand. I don't expect to get any targeted or whatever emergency EIDL grant. But middle income communities, I will say I'm going to be surprised if they don't come through in the last hour and do something. And maybe this severe versus substantial, if someone's got an opinion, that's fine. Let me know in the comments. So look, tomorrow is March 1st. And as I said, the SBA had a month to tell us what the hell's going on. And now we've got more confusion. So I'm going to tell you tomorrow what my feelings are with respect to a lawsuit. Do we have grounds to sue? And if so, on what? So until next time, ladies and gentlemen, if you're in low or middle income and you're in progress, fantastic news. You got a shot at up to $15,000 over the next couple of months. If you're in upper middle income or high income like myself, we are counting on Jackie Rosen and the Republicans in the Senate to come through in the final hour. So until next time, always remember that I love each and every single one of you, and thank you so much for watching.